Well, folks, we have a vendor spotlight here. It looks like the Mothman has arrived, and he wants to teach everybody the ABCs.
Exercising.
And we have Crypto Bash.
It's in Morgantown.
So, and this is the gentleman behind it all.
My name is Michael.
Obviously, you just introduced yourself. So, please tell me about your book.
My book.
And what you're also promoting.
So this is a book I wrote with my friend, and it's all about Mothman going around West Virginia, learning the ABCs with his friends, his cryptid friends. And in the back, you have a glossary of all the cryptid friends here, of creatures that have been seen around West Virginia over the years. Yeah, that's what the book's about. I'm working on colors and numbers now. That's what we're doing next. So, and then this is Cryptid Bash, an event in Morgantown, West Virginia, on Saturday, August 6th. It's a free event. Vendors, musicians, speakers, and it's all based on monsters and lore behind them. So,
and you were telling me earlier that you also run a podcast.
I do. I have a podcast.
So promote that as well.
It's called Moth Boys Podcast, and it's all about this stuff, but with a kind of a humorous tone to it. It's not serious.
You kind of talk a little bit tongue in cheek about Mothman and some of the cryptid
monster, Bigfoot, UFOs, whatever, what have you.
So it's like taking what you might hear on Coast to Coast and just saying post like a little bit.
Love
poking.
Coast to Coast. Love Art Bell. But it's
Art
not serious.
Art Bell was you gotta give the man, the legend.
Yep, he was. Yep.
As skeptic as you could be, he was the man, the myth, the legend.
But ours is not on not on that level, obviously.
Right.
We like to poke fun at things. You know what I mean? It's to laugh at.
I've told folks that Coast to Coast, for those who have an open mind, is the Doritos of everything. It's like if you are a skeptic in any way, shape, or form, whether you believe in it or not, or the possibility of it, Coast to Coast is just the Lucky Charms. It's the Doritos. It's junk food.
It's the end all be all, all that kind of stuff.
Because you listen to it just for entertainment. That's it.
Absolutely.
And I miss the old days of Friday nights.
Yeah.
Friday nights.
You gotta stay up late though if you want to listen.
Unless you subscribe.
Oh, okay.
You could pay, I think like $6
a
month, and you get like 3 or 4 years back catalog.
That's cool.
So even if
what time is it on usually? 12 to 3 or
3 a.m.
something?
If you're able to get it, and paying the 6 months, you could download the stuff off their site. So if you spend like $6 a year, you could just every December I get a year's full of content. I was like,
who is it now? I forget his name.
George Norrie.
He's not bad.
Not bad, and some of the new folks that he has on is not bad.
Yeah.
I got into listening to it hardcore back in like 2005, 2006, and when it was like awesome.
Yeah.
It was like, it was just get out of your car while it was moving. Like nope, and it was entertaining. We were just like, no, I just gotta walk away. I'm sorry. I'm hitting pause. I'm walking away.
Right.
And I switched computers. I lost all that old content. And I was like, I'm like Oscar, everybody, the whole 9 yards. I lost it all.
That's too bad.
And I was like, and it was pure gems and content.
Yep.
And the Friday nights were the baller.
Yeah.
The baller. Because you got the weird. It was like, this is definitely bullcrap.
Right.
Definitely. And I was watching the Armored Skeptic, and he's like, everybody says the same things. Like, if you have the slightest skeptic mind, Coast to Coast is the thing you got to listen to.
Yeah.
Art Bell was the legend because he didn't believe this stuff, but he kept the story going.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And I tell people, it's like, some people's like, where do you begin with everything? It's like, if you know, 1, you came to the right person.
Right.
2, here's the CD. It smells whole. It smells whole. The story changes 15 times. But it's awesome.
I agree. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, what do you mean it's awesome? It's like, how do you describe Mel's hole? A hole somewhere in like Washington State that's a bottomless pit. that somehow has the ability to time travel, and there's one in Nevada somewhere. You're laughing because you know it. You've heard it. And my buddy messaged me. He's like, there's a series on Amazon about Mel's Hole. I'm like, now I gotta watch this. Damn you.
That's funny.
Son of a bitch.
That's funny.
And I gave my buddy, the whole aspect of getting your car doing 80 came from my buddy because I gave him like an interview about Al Bielek with Al Bielek. Okay. And basically Al Bielek was someone supposedly that was on the boat from the Philadelphia experiment.
Oh, wow.
But according to his story, if you depending on how well you wanted to believe it, not only was he on the boat from the Philadelphia experiment, he was the guy, in essence, the movie Philadelphia Experiment was based on.
Oh, wow.
And from his tale, he not only did he age normally, but because he started talking about it, secret shadow organization de-aged him to an infant, raised his... You're like, yeah.
That's nice.
It's like, my buddy, I gave that to him, was like, you got to listen to this. He was listening to it in the shower. He said, I had to get out. I was already suzzed up. I had to get out, and I just had to walk away.
Just leave.
I'd just leave for 5 minutes, then come back, rinse off, and just do it. And it's like, no way, you can't do that. And listening to a Friday night, I'm driving home. I was in Inwood, living in Inwood at the time. Listening to something, I had to pull into Sheets in Inwood, just go, no, slam my door, just looking at my car, pointing at it. No, everybody's looking at me like, what's going on? Because I'm pointing at my car at the time, going, no, shut up. I'm not talking to you anymore. Because you know what I'm talking about, because it's that Friday night insanity. The gems. It's like, what do you a lot of times George is bullshit in his way, but and it was just the beauty. It's like you know what George was talking about, because he explains, like, the people that call in, some want attention.
Right.
Some might believe they might be on something, believe what they saw was real. Yeah. And there's that off chance, the 1 out of 100, it actually happened to. Yeah. And it's up to you, the listener, to decide. And the thing is, he said, the beauty of it too is that it helps people. He said he gets, I think that's part of the draw for us as podcasters. Yeah. Because we want to be a part of what George does. Yep. And because if we help one person, I want to, I know it's that aspect of people on like YouTube don't want. It's like, if we keep one person alive for next week's episode, we've done something good.
Yeah. Yep,
so,
absolutely. Yeah, I agree with
you. Other than the popular platforms, usual.
We're on for the podcast.
For the podcast.
For the podcast, we are on Apple, Spotify, Buzzsprout. And this is on Etsy and Amazon. You can get that on Etsy and Amazon. Just type in the title. Yeah.
And any particular links or anything like that, or any particular?
I would just type it in. Just type it into Google and it should come right up.
Okay.
That's all I know. I don't really know links in my head.
I just want to give you, proper credit, and so people could find you. So again, it's been nice speaking with you.
Thank you.
So
yeah.
Take care.
Thanks.